The first step that you're going to want to follow up with is identifying the length of where you're going to want your zipper. Now, in the pattern instructions created by Bad Wolf Costumes, it recommends to have this Picard zipper or the Picard frame version to go way down here. I honestly think that it's your shirt, it's your zipper. Make it as short or as long as you want. When I make these shirts, I never make it longer than the actual bottom of the armpits. So yeah, that's just me. It works. I think that it does what you need. And when you wear the DS9 duty vest, Nemesis duty vest, this of course is all covered up. So the only thing you're never going to see the uh, um, the zipper bottom when you've got your vest on. So our next step is we are going to center the shirt. We're going to center it on one of the lines here. So we have this point square. I'm going to take my meter stick and then I'm going to draw a line with the washable marker. Now, being able to identify a good point of of having it squared off, I always take the corner pieces of the neckline here and here, and I line them up to a measuring line on my measuring board. So in this case, this one is in line with this. This edge is in line there. I'm just going to walk up to double check. Wonderful. So this corner is lined up, this corner, these are right even, and then I'm just going to slightly pull the shirt this way, so this point is directly in line with this measurement line. I have my meter stick here, so we have the shirt point there in line with here. So this is on the 12-inch line mark, 12-inch line mark. So now I'm just going to draw a line all the way down the full length of the shirt with my washable marker. The reason why I chose to draw a line down the entire length of the shirt is when I put the zipper facing stabilizer along here, I want to make sure that as I line up the center of that stabilizer, I'm also directly in line with the shirt center. I have had so much trouble in the past with zippers being off center, off line. This is going to help prevent that. We're back at the cutting board and we have one of our strips of the sticky water soluble stabilizer. Now, as you remember, we did a line down the center of the shirt, so that way we can make sure that this piece is going to be directly centered with the cut line for the zipper. So this is 1 inch wide. I've measured this. We're going to mark this at a 1/2 inch point, and then we're going to go back to the shirt, and we're going to remove the adhesive backing and place it on the shirt cloth, on the shirt itself. Back at the board again, here we have our water soluble stabilizer. We're going to remove the backing so that we could take the adhesive side. We're going to make sure that we have everything lined up. And if this part is just so we can make sure we've got this line in line with that, I'm just going to back this off just a tiny bit, just up. Hopefully I can bring that into just right here. I'm going to back that off just a hair. And what's wonderful about this is that once you apply it onto the cloth, it's transparent just enough that you can see the line on the cloth and the line on the stabilizing strip. They're matched up really well. So I'm very happy how that came about. And this is really all the stabilizer that you honestly need. Now, if you feel that as you're working, you want something a little stiffer, you can take another piece and run that down here. So up to you, but right now this is all I need, and this is all I'm going to work with and for. The next step is I'm going to be measuring down to this point, and I'm going to be making two small cuts. So I'll be measuring here, and I'll be taking these off at a 45-degree angle. And then from there, we're going to fold this piece of this flap of fabric once we cut down this line, and then on those 45-degree angle lines, we'll snip here, snip there, and fold that down. And that's for when we do the zipper install a little bit later. Our next step is going to be drawing a line across the width of the shirt between the bottom of the armpit edge going all the way across. Now, as you can see, my stabilizing strip is longer than that, and that's a-okay. Why? Because this one is water soluble. So when I wash it, it'll just go away. Now, to make sure that I'm square and even, so I have this point lined up to the number 26 on the board. I have this point lined up to number 26 on the board. So I'm about as square as I'm going to get. Now I'm going to use my quilting ruler, make sure that I am also equally square and in line. And I'm going to draw just a simple short line right across the base of the shirt. Now, what is that going to do? That is going to give me the opportunity to then draw those 45-degree angle lines. So now that I know where I need to start, I'm going to draw that 45-degree angle line up here and up here. And then once I cut down here, I'm going to snip out this way, snip out that way, and then there's that piece of fabric that I was talking about earlier. So, and we'll move on to the next step. The next step in the process is I'm going to be making the cut down the body. So I'll be using my scissors coming down the stabilizer. And then, like I said, I'm just going to, once I get to here, I'm going to snip out along these lines. And then I'll have that loose piece of